Clifford Stummy. Oh, and Chance the Rapper came out with a new music video. It'd be nice to see an assessment of that, says Sam UL. I dare say it would be. What say you, let's make that happen. Earlier today, Chance the Rapper, one of my just freaking most favorite artists of all time, awesome music, not only the lyrics but the music itself, came out with a music video for Same Drugs. Now, he's told us before that it's not about drugs, so what is it about? Let me explain. Hey everybody, my name is Clifford Stummy and I'm the Pop Song Professor. Welcome to my channel where we're all about helping music lovers like you to understand the deeper meanings of popular songs so that you know what your artists are saying and can enjoy your music more. Today we're talking about Same Drugs by Chance the Rapper, both the lyrics and the music video. It's going to be awesome. And before we start, if you're curious about how you can hear more of Chance the Rapper's songs explained, stick around to the end of the video. I will explain all. Alright, so let's talk lyrics here. We start out with chorus 1. First he sings, "We don't do the same drugs no more," and then he sings, "Cause she don't do the same drugs no more." Now if it's not about drugs, what is it about? Well, it's actually about friendship and a childhood friend, particularly a female one. My guess, probably somewhere in the teenager years. And what he means by "we don't do the same drugs no more" is just that, we're not in the same groups, we're not in the same friend circles, and we've moved on to different places. Now, they may have actually done drugs or marijuana or something, but that's not the point of the song, and there's no confirmation either way. In verse 1, Chance sings, "When did you change? Wendy, you've aged. I thought you'd never grow up." This, interestingly enough, and I found this out from Genius.com, so kudos to them, is a reference to the movie Hook with Robin Williams. In it, Robin Williams plays Peter Pan, who has left Neverland, and he has become an adult and forgotten all about Neverland and his identity as Peter Pan. Over the course of the movie, he remembers who he is, and he finds Wendy, who left Neverland before him, so she's a lot older than him. So basically, Chance the Rapper is saying that this girl that he used to know has kind of let herself become an adult quicker, while he's tried to enjoy being a young person or, the aspects of being young more. And so she's aged, and he's kind of stayed the same age. Then he sort of contradicts that a little bit when he sings, "Window closed, Wendy got old. I was too late, a shadow of what I once was." Now, the shadow is a reference to Peter Pan's shadow, which plays a part not only in Hook, but also in the original Peter Pan movie and in the Peter Pan book. So he's admitting here a little bit, maybe, that he has changed as well. In verse 2, he sings, "Where did you go? Why would you stay? You must have lost your marbles. You always were so forgetful." And this is a reference to one of the Lost Boys who returned to the adult world with Peter Pan. His name was Toodles, and he was constantly looking for his bag of marbles that he had left in Neverland. When Robin Williams' character returns from Neverland, he brings them back with him and gives them to him. It's kind of a joke, because Toodles is really, really old, and so he goes around asking, "I lost my marbles, where are they?" It's kind of a joke because it makes him seem crazy. And why is he referencing Hook so much? Well, Hook is about regaining your childhood, because Peter Pan does go back to Neverland, and he gets all of those memories back, so it's like he's becoming a kid again. And that's what Chance the Rapper wants to be able to do and wants his friend to be able to do. But unfortunately, the fact of growing up means that it's kind of impossible at times. And what has this meant for the relationship? Well, it's kind of estranged them. It means that they don't really know each other that well anymore. He asks her, "Don't you miss the days, stranger?" He alludes to the idea that they might have been in a relationship when he sings, "You were always perfect and I was only practice." So maybe she dumped him and moved on to somebody else. And that brings us to the outro where he sings, "Way back then when everything we read was real and everything we said rhymed. Wide-eyed kids being kids." It's like he's saying that when they were children, like even imaginary stories that they read really seemed real to them. And nowadays, poetry doesn't really rhyme that often, so for him to say that everything rhymed really refers to the sort of Dr. Seuss whimsical sort of view of life that's associated with children. He asks her, "When did you start to forget how to fly?" which is another reference to Hook, because the lost boys on that island, which is another reference to Hook because Peter Pan knows how to fly and he teaches Wendy how to fly. Wendy being another character in the storybook/movie. When he sings, "Don't you color out and then stay in the line, dandelion." Some people have guessed that that means he's referring to his daughter and that he's wanting to project onto her some of the mistakes that he made and keep her from making those mistakes. But I haven't seen any real proof of that or any confirmation that he actually calls his daughter that, so I'm not really sure what those sources are talking about. It just seems to be a nickname for the youth and the freshness and like the spring of life that he experienced with this girl. Of course, he could be talking to his daughter. In either case, he wants them to play it safe and to be safe, and to protect what they had, the relationship. And that's about all there is to the lyrics, so let's move on to the music video. The music video is really weird. In it, Chance the Rapper is sitting behind a piano, playing along with the song as he sings, but sitting on the bench next to him is a life-sized puppet, who adds some female vocals to the original mix of the song at points when it makes sense for the girl in this relationship to be speaking. She lays lifeless against him for a little while, and then when it's her part, she sits up. Scared a lot of people in the comments, I noticed, and when her part's over, she falls back again lifeless. It's almost as if to drive home the point that that relationship is effectively dead. They're separated from each other, and there's nothing that's going to bring them back together as friends. The next two things that happen are, I think, very connected. It starts to snow in the studio, and Chance the Rapper walks behind the cameras and shows that all of the people who are filming this are actually puppets. Both of these sort of give this childlike wonder to what's happening in the music video. It shows that while she's dead to some of the wonders of childhood, Chance the Rapper is very much there to experience it. And he does have this face that kind of makes it seem like he thinks the snow is weird or out of place. And he does leave the studio, so maybe that sort of represents his struggle as he's growing up. The overall effect of the music video suggests that he is more in contact with his childhood than most people. After all, it's these puppets or these symbols of childhood that are helping him to make his music video and his music. And that's basically Same Drugs by Chance the Rapper. I think it's a fantastic song. I loved Coloring Book. I loved this music video. And I think it has an awesome deep meaning about the value of childhood and kind of that fear of losing connection with aspects or parts of your childhood. Not doing those, quote, same drugs anymore, and losing contact with that old life. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to hear more of Chance the Rapper songs explained, please check out my Patreon. There's a link in the description, and that'll give you instructions on how you can support this project to spread awareness of lyrical meanings, to help music listeners or parents or teachers, and to really make embracing the meaning and the depth of lyrics part of what we do when we listen to songs. If you support me on Patreon, I'd love to say thanks with behind-the-scenes podcasts, personal Google Hangouts, group Google Hangouts, personal song explanations, or the ability for you to vote on or choose songs for me to explain for this channel. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to join the song meaning community, don't forget to subscribe, check out some of the videos on this channel, and comment below a song you'd like to hear me explain in a future video. That's all. Have a great night. Or day.